update here. The new advisory has come out, and you're seeing the numbers there at the top of the screen. And so not a whole lot of change. That's, well, I guess good and bad. Bad that it's still a Category 3. Good, it's not a Category 4, though, right? 120-mile-per-hour winds moving northeast at 10 miles per hour. And the pressure is actually up just a touch, now at 952 millibars. So technically, you know, you could say that it's weakened just a touch, but it's still keeping that wind at 120 miles per hour. Matter of fact, looks like a quadrant of the hurricane did indicate Category 4 level winds, but that hasn't mixed down to the surface yet. And so we're waiting for that to happen. And if that does, that would jump this up from a 3 to a 4. Again, we're getting advisories now every hour on the hour because Ian is close enough to land. We're actually getting radar sweeps through it. And so we're getting better data on it, more accurate data on it. So here again at midnight, so we'll get another update and around the clock, 24/7, as we continue to monitor this storm system. And we still anticipate this to eventually become a Category 4 as it makes landfall eventually here somewhere around Fort Myers or Tampa Bay, the west central coast of Florida. Gonna see a landfall. Some models are really starting to point towards maybe the port of Charlotte being eventually where Ian is going to target, and then eventually pushing across the central portion of the state, and then possibly impacting Georgia and the Carolinas. And so, I mean, we've got Florida completely lit up like a Christmas tree. Really, the only spots are the panhandle of Florida, not seeing yellow or pink or red. Tropical storm warnings covering much of the peninsula. And you see this hurricane warning here going right into the center of the state. So that includes Orlando, which is inland. But as this storm pushes on shore, it still could be a Category 1 as it's completely over land. Sure, it'll be weakening, but still meeting the criteria of a Category 1 hurricane, as it's even removed from those tropical waters. And again, Key West seeing all of that flooding, that storm surge of between 2 and 3 feet. So that's the third highest storm surge the folks there in the Key West area have ever seen. And in the past 24 hours, you can see some spots have seen 3 to 5 inches of rain. West Palm Beach has really seen a lot of activity in terms of flash flooding, also tornado warnings, Boca Raton, Fort Lauderdale, even parts of Miami seeing hefty rainfall. And so while the East Coast over here and the southern edge of Florida is kind of the hotbed for activity tonight, gosh, the West Coast is certainly going to see their fair share and then some as we get into the overnight hours and into tomorrow as Ian eventually makes landfall. And so, yeah, we're already talking about Florida having saturated grounds, storm surge coming in, huge wind gusts, and then inland rain on the order of 10 to maybe 20 inches in a few spots.
I'm Amy Freeze. Welcome to Fox Weather's YouTube page. We have more great videos on the way, so make sure to subscribe to stay updated on all things weather.